Oh my god. So I also have to wonder why in the world my overlays are not working right now. That's nice. Come on, overlays, turn on. Anyway, qualifying is just underway. 20 cars in lobby 4. We shall get her going. Here comes everyone down the long back stretch. Probably the best overtaking opportunity on the track for the race. I do also have overlays on for this race as well. If you're on mobile, you might have to switch on Overlay Expert for that to work. And you'll see all this bottom of the screen scrolling stuff. It'll cover up the button icons as well. Look at that. That's crazy. Coming through the stadium section. Everyone's looking good so far. No off tracks just hit. Maybe a couple in the back. Switch on our positions. There we go. That's much better. Here we go. Everyone cross the timing line just for their first laps. The first flying laps they're now taking off. Everyone's now crossed the line. So far, Danzilla on provisional pole. Now everyone will get 4 flying laps. Set the fastest clean time they can. We're gonna go on board with Danzilla, see how he's taken aboard this track today. Section we go. 152.47 is what everyone in the lobby is chasing down right now. There's a lot of the guys in the front they're making a move on, especially those who are also towards the front of the board. Let's see who's getting any better times. Here we go. Board's starting to change now. Looks like Ratter's now in provisional pole. Danzilla is now in the 6. Here comes Little Caesar. He was up there in pole position. There's Smiley now in provisional pole now. 3 more laps to go in this lobby. Right now, Smiley with a 150.256. I imagine the guys up in the front of the pack, when they aggregate these results, I will see 149s start to trickle in. But for this lobby alone, 150.2, it might get you. This may look good for maybe A, B, or C lobby. Good job by Smiley so far. But behind him, he's got little Cesar he's going to worry about. Cesar to get a little bit of a wider exit through the hairpin. Oh my gosh, that is great. The sea of touring cars. Can't get better than that. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. The exit of the stadium section. Through the Siut curve. All over into the gravel. See who all is going to pick the skies on the board. Looks like Neb makes his way to second, Gesso to 8th, Shadow up into 7th in the lobby. Here comes Silent in 9th position. Board itself doesn't change at all. Smiley still leads this lobby. So we have 2 to go in this lobby. And the Parabolica straight. Okay, other thing. This series alone is utilizing all 11 touring cars that are in this game so far. 11, all of them. So the variety of cars in this series, pretty big, unless you're driving the Astra. If I look on the entry list, there's only 4 people that are driving that thing, which is a little sad, because I actually like that car as well. So it's a little heartbreaking. That's what I was trying to say. Great photo, blasting by the drag strip into the stadium section. Really tough place to get around people. But it's not totally impossible, but with drivers this caliber, that's going to be really hard to come by. So we come through the Siut curve, final corner to the home stretch. Radders to 4th position, Wolfpack up to 3rd, Jarb to 8th. Here comes Lancer in 10th, 9th, here comes Zeta in 13th. Pretty sure I saw Ducky going up the list as well. Miley still leading. So we now head into the final lap of this qualifying session. Well, I'm a little... There's so many Levorg Subarus on this list. Like, it's a little crazy. I get that it's probably the easiest car to drive, because it is the only car that is rear-wheel drive. That alone, just... I mean, if you're trying to get around the front-wheel drive, what in the world? What are you doing? The car is great. It does have its advantages because it is rear-wheel drive, but it sucks to know that that's the only other way. You know, not drive the front-wheel drive cars, which a lot of people in this game don't like to do, especially these kind of touring cars, because 10 of the 11 cars are all front-wheel drive, and they all drive equal to the Super Levorg, which is rear-wheel drive. Anyway, we're coming through final corner. Who's gonna go up in time? Ducky ducks into the top 10. Chungus to 11th. The final car is making it through the finish line. Lucas makes it up to 9th. Oh, and Lil Caesar! To the top of the sheet he goes. He wins the 4th lobby with a 150.21 1-4. Will it be enough for him to secure Lobby A, though? Hey, congrats, Caesar. How do you want me? Wait, Caesar, is your name Lil Caesar, or how do you say it? Ah, okay. Alright. Alright. Everyone watching, we're going to take a brief momentary break. I will be in Lobby C broadcasting maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, so stick around if you want, but I'm going to leave VC now and quickly move to the other VCs, which should be Lobby C. Okay, just making sure. Good day, gentlemen. Nope. Alright. Results are... Alright. Anyway, times are being inputted. They're getting there. I think Lobby 5 has now been all inputted. 2's getting there. And 1, 3, 4, and 6 are getting there too. Oh my gosh, it works! Yes! Finally! Oh my gosh. Oh, alright. Let's read off the list once again. Alright, in pole position for race 1, Lucas. Freelancer in second. Third is J Black. Fourth is Mealhav. Fifth is Slavic. Sixth is Australis. Seventh is C1 Crazy. Eighth, Clover. Ninth, Dougie. 10th is Unku, who is currently sitting on grid. 11th is Abyss. 12th is Leroy. 13th is Southie. 14th is Chungus. 15th is Silent. 16th is Chaos Fox. 17th M. Morales. 18th Jerluki. 19th is Sniffly Grunt. 20th is Burlery. 11th is Midland Zeta. And bring up the rear is Dan Zilla. Alright, officially, if the game doesn't die, welcome to Hockenheimring, the Grand Prix circuit. This first race, reminder, is a standing start. Everyone will line up on the grid, the lobby host will give them a 10-second countdown, and then we will get racing. Race 2 will be a rain race, and it will be a rolling start. Anyway, 22 cars in Lobby C. This series, 5 rounds. 6 rounds, actually. The first 5 rounds will be right 5 in a row, right after each other, every Saturday. Between weeks 5 and 6 will be the TORA Sebring 12-hour with modern prototypes and GT3 cars. This is a very big list. And then after that will be the final round of GTCC. So, this lobby itself, 0.4 separates first to 22nd. Lucas with a 50.94, Danzilla with a 51.4. So, really, anyone's got a shot in this lobby. Anyone has gotten it. Anyway, Hockenheimring. .84 miles around this track, 16 corners on this Grand Prix circuit. Now we have everyone lining up to the starting grid. We will get racing real soon. Anyway, the lobby host Unku has begun his 10-second start time. When he says the G and go, that will mean the race is underway and we will go racing. And he's begun the 10-second countdown. 5 seconds. And we're underway. Looks like J Black has got a little bit of a bad start. He's going to lose some positions right off the start line. To the first corner we go. A couple cars are losing it. Midland's up a couple places at the start. Lucas trying to defend his first position from Freelancer behind. I think J Black's getting 3 wide up at turn 2. Get Crazy and Australis on his inside. Here comes Clover round the outside of turn 3. He's going to get the run down the Parabolica straight. It's a very long straight for any runs that you're going to take. Take with any grain of salt. It's very difficult to pass around here. Ooh, a couple cars into each other before the hairpin. 3 wide, almost 4 wide. And there's so many cars going into each other's doors. Looks like Unku lost out a little bit on that. I think Jet Black is falling down the order more and more. He's now in the 9th, almost 10th position now. He's getting almost forced because of where he's positioned on track. Anyway, back to the lead. 2 wide between Lucas and Freelancer. Freelancer's now on the outside. He's made the move on Lucas into the stadium section. There we go. That was turn 12 he made the move on. They're still side by side. To 13 to go. Satch Carve. A banked turn at the stadium where many fans watch this start of the race. Think Freelancer and Lucas are still side by side through the stadium. Oh, they look like they got Forza glue. Lancer's going to go out wide. It's going to allow Lucas to take back the lead of this race. Lap 1 already crazy. I think our biggest loser this fire. I think J Black 5 positions down where he started. He had a not so good start. Oh, and Freelancer's going wide. It's going to allow Lucas to get a little bit closer to the car in front. He's going to think about the inside. No, he's going to duck back in behind Freelancer. He's going to get a run, maybe up at the start. I'm looking at the back. There's 3 cars that are almost going wide. This little 5-car train behind. There's so many cars up right next to each other. See if anyone's willing to take the leap of faith down at turn 1. I think Lucas thought about it on Freelancer. Here comes J Black on Abyss at the... Oh, I think Leroy's going to miss out on 2. I think Silent's getting around him as well. J Black on the inside looking for the turn 7 pass on Abyss. He's still going side by side with him. I think Abyss is going to win it up at turn 8. Oh man, losing it. I think Southie's going to get around Jet Black down at turn 11. Great move by Southie. Very opportunistic. He saw Abyss ahead, just making the move stick. And now we've got 5 cars all in back of each other. Remember, this series is all 11 touring cars battling it out. So right here, it looks like we got 2 Golfs. It looks like there's a Ford in there. Looks like there's an Audi in the mix as well. Really, I don't think there's any car here with a true advantage at this point. Gonna move back to the front. They're starting our 3rd flying lap, which means we have 9 laps to go. Now we're moving back to our front. There's 4 cars, realistic chance of fighting for the win. I think Lucas is gonna think about a move down at turn 2. No, he's gonna slot back in behind Freelancer behind. Oh, he's going to take the inside. Freelancer goes a little bit wide. It's going to allow Lucas to get moved. Maybe it's an advantage, though, because now we're going to the Parabolica straight, and now Freelancer's going to have a run all the way down. So is Molev and Slavic behind. But everyone else behind, super close to each other. So let's see if Lucas is going to think about a move. I think the only person that's in the pits right now is Druluki. Maybe he had some damage, too. I think Freelancer's going to stomp on the brakes. Think about the outside move. Oh, and Slavic, someone said Slavic. Looks like it was Clover that drives in the back of Slavic. You guys gonna maybe miss a couple places. I think Abyss, though, is still gonna go. But here, we're going side by side for the lead. Looks like Freelancer on the outside going to turn number 8. Lucas is still gonna hold on. It's gonna allow Freelancer to get back on the power and think about it with the inside. No, Lucas kind of cuts him off. Into the drag strip area we go. Top 3 super close to each other. 0.5 separates these 3 up at the front. While everyone else behind still fighting it out very closely. Bullhead was thinking about the inside of Freelancer of a turn 13, the Satch curve. Now Freelancer now has the inside, now at 15. But I think Molhav's going to get the inside now at the final corner because Freelancer went a little bit too wide. Now Freelancer, now it's a disadvantage from Molhav behind. Molhav's going to stick to the inside. They're still side by side. The two MGs battling it out. Now we have a couple cars, more cars in the pits as well. J Black, Chungus, and Ducky all in the pits. Looks like they all had damage as well, but so far, this race has been absolutely incredible so far. Now Lucas, a second clear from the cars behind. He's now outside of draft range, which means these two, everyone behind him is now going to be fighting each other, which means Lucas is going to pull away even more from the cars in front. Anyway, we're going to move down the order just a couple places. We're going to look, I think Clover now on the, or it looks like Silent, he was on the inside of Slavic. He was ahead coming before the hairpin. Now he's ahead right after. Moving back, I think Freelancer and Molhav continue to go side by side. Now that's going to allow Lucas to get even more breathing room up ahead. Now Freelancer still on the inside. That's going to allow Australis to come even closer behind. The two MGs fighting it up. Here comes the Audi RS3 coming in. It's going to add another car to this mix. Freelancer's into the gravel. It's going to allow Molhav to even more closer. And every car behind is going to even more closer. Now this battle for P2 is turned into a 4-car battle. You've got Freelancer, Molhav, Australis, and Abyss now knocking on the door. Again, great racing by these cars up in front. Maybe just a little crazy, but everyone's doing good so far. Now everyone's fighting it out. It looks like Silent thought about, oh, here comes Crazy on the inside, turn 1. He's gonna get the move done. Clover's got Crazy at turn 1. Oh, someone's off. It looks like it's Clover. He's gonna continue to fall down the order. It looks like he got pitted into by someone behind. I didn't get a good look. It might have been Leroy, it might have been Crazy. I think it was Crazy. He's completely stopped on track at turn 2. So he's going to continue falling down the order. I think now he has to give back the position to Clover now. Oh, man. Yeah, Clover all the way to the back of this pack now. Back in front. Oh, uh-oh. Silent in front. Got a not so good exit. Nope, that's not Silent. Abyss, that's a... Wow, Silent's made up to 4th? Wow, alright. I was not thinking of that. He has cut through this field so quick. I mean, in other groups that he's been in, he's been on fire lately. So it's good to see him fighting up towards the front at TORA GTCC. Almost to the halfway point of this race. 5 laps in, 6 more to go. Lucas now extends his lead, 3 seconds to Freelancer behind. Starting to a battle to P2. Freelancer and Molhav almost going at it again. Looks like, again, also, there's one mandatory pit stop for this race. So you see people who are pitting right now, they have to pit regardless of if they have damage or not. Because if they don't take their one and only pit stop, then they will be disqualified from this race. Silent, think about the outside way before the hairpin. Now he's on the outside of Molhav. He's got to keep it nice and careful. He's got to split the sausage though. Molhav didn't give him enough room. He's got to slot him behind. Abyss though, still holding on. battle P2 still going underway. Freelancer just a little bit of a gap between him and Molhav ahead, which means he's going to be just outside the draft range, which is going to be very helpful, especially on a track like this. I think other battles we want to take into account is this little battle of all the people that have pitted so far. So at the front of this, we have Chungus, Amarales, and J Black leading this little pack at the back who have all pitted so far. Again, very close racing between these guys at the back, but we also need to keep an eye out for all the cars that are in the front. A couple cars that are jumping into the pits. Molhav and Southie jumped in. Silent and Abyss still battling it out. A little wide, but all is well so far. Looks like Blurry now has jumped in as well. See if they're going to get ahead of this little pack behind. That little pack that's in the stadium section, you can see on the map as well. Leading the way by leading that pack is Chungus, coming out of the final corner. Again, everyone up ahead who's now past turn 3, they all have to pit. And I think Molhav's just going to get out in front of Chungus. Looks like Southie has gotten ahead as well. So maybe the undercut works for Molhav, although he was ahead by a good margin. Back to this pack. And Morales under pressure from Southie behind. Looking to get in front of Chungus up ahead. On the Parabolica strike. We are. If anyone thinks about a move down the inside. Everyone's still slotting to the outside. Looks like Amarales is diving down on the brakes. Here he goes. Oh, he goes a little bit deep. He hits the brakes just a little too late. That's going to lose him 2 places. He's still trying to force his way back on track. Chungus now on the inside. Turn 8 we go. Still side by side. Amarales is going to get the advantage at turn 8. He's still ahead. Oh, he goes over the sausage and he forces in south. Gets pushed off. So, not the best of rejoins. Now J Black is now all over Amarales' rear. Though, again, you gotta question some of these moves. Now Amarales just a little bit deep up at Shasta Curve. He's got 2 cars behind. Oh, J Black, ZR, Deruki. I think Deruki is going to get him at turn 15. What a move. At the Sud Curve, he's ahead of J-Lac behind in 14th. This little pit road race-off for everyone out, coming out of the pits. Lavex just now coming out, repping the Apex cars. And now he's ahead of everyone up behind. Only 2 cars haven't pitted yet. That would be Abyss and Silent up ahead. So you gotta also wonder, is their 29-30 second gap to 3rd place enough to make sure that they are ahead? Because really, they're fighting Lucas right now. They gotta get as far away from him as possible. Uh-oh, a couple cars going off. It looks like Leroy that just went off up in the background. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 2x2 coming in 8. Here's Leroy leading the way. I think Fox is also going to get the inside at turn 8. Unku now just thinking about the outside. Under pressure from Fox. I think Fox is going to get around Leroy. Looks like Unku behind. Yes, he does. Unku now battling off Southie, who's now on the inside of him. Unku now loses a couple places over those couple of turns. Our 2 leaders are in the pits. Comes Lucas coming into the front stretch. Our guys on pit road now moving. See where they come out. I think Lucas is gonna beat him out of the pit road. Yes, he has. So the undercut from Lucas has paid off. Now just who else is gonna come out with these cars? Oh, maybe the late cut didn't work. Because now everyone up in front is now on very worn tires. Now they're feeling comfortable. And these two behind, they got to push to the end with 3 more laps to go in this race. Well, it's looking like Lucas is going to run away with it for race 1 in Lobby C. Very clean and consistent from Lucas. He's now run away from Freelancer Molehead behind. But they're still, now they're in draft range. These two cars are now in draft with Freelancer, in which before, when they pit, they weren't. So a bit of an interesting turn of events. This battle for P2, not over yet. Got a little less than 2.5 more laps to go. Gonna move back all the way to J Black and Deruki. They're still fighting it out. J Black, it looks like he's in the Peugeot, running off. I think Derluki's in the Lincoln Co. It's either that or the Audi, but it does look like the Lincoln Co. Again, great racing by these guys. Still respectful, still going strong. Everyone has completed 1 pit stop of this race. Now there's a sprint to the end. Up ahead, Slavic and Amorales side by side in the Parabolica curve. Amorales upper hand is now side by side with Slavic up ahead with the hairpin that's coming up. He's tried this move once before. He went deep last time. He's going to make it work this time. The Audi taking on the Honda. He's going to get the move done. Great execution that time from Amorales. He now moves up to 8th position. Going to move back up to, up to 3rd position now. We got almost 3 wide. Here we go! To the stadium section we go. Silent's gonna back out. It's like Molev's gonna get the move on Freelancer now for 2nd position. This battle for 2nd still not over yet. Freelancer now on the inside. Silent now still holding it side by side with Freelancer for 3rd position. Silent now has got the inside up in the final corner now. So he does leave Freelancer very little room. But Abyss is going to get on that momentum as well. As now Freelancer now down 3 positions now. We are now on the final lap of this race. It looks like Lucas now 4 seconds clear of everyone else behind. Here comes Abyss all over Silent's rear bumper. He's thinking about a move at the inside turn 2. He's going to make it done. No, he's going to slot in behind. Now very cautious of Abyss and Freelancer behind. He knows that he can outclass these two. These two behind, he doesn't know what these guys are going to pull off. So Abyss is running the most wanted Civic for most wanted 2005. Oh my gosh, what a pain. I think Freelancer's going inside. Abyss is going to make the move done. He sticks the landing. He's got the move and he accelerates out of the hairpin. Now beating Abyss before turn 7. He's going to get the move done, but he's got to go defensive at turn 8 if he wants to get any shot of sticking this P4. Looks like Lucas now continuing to outclass Molehead behind. Silent now pulling away from Freelancer. Abyss now thinking about the move ahead. I'm looking at behind. We got a little scrap for P10. 3 cars now, all over. Truluki trying to hold on to his top 10. Leroy and J Black. J Black thought about the inside. No, he's a little too far back to get the move done. He's going to slot in way behind to the cars behind. Going back to the rear of the field. Looks like Denzilla's trying to hold on. Denzilla, he's up to 14th. Is now. And your winner for race 1, Luke PGR Lucas, gets the move done. They'll have 2nd, Silent in 3rd, Freelancer now in 4th, Abyss 5th position, Astralis 6th, Chunga 7th. Looks like Amorales 8th, Derluki 9th, Leroy 10th, J Black 11th, Fox 12th, Slavic 13th, Danzilla 14th, Southie 15th, Unku 16th. Looks like Blurry was in 17th. Anyway, here's your podium for this race. Silent 3rd, Molhav 2nd, and PGR Lucas. There you go. Your top 3 and your winner of race 1. Now we will take a brief intermission. Blurry in 17th. Here's your rear end. Sniffly Grunts, Zeta, Clover, Crazy, and Ducky. I am also streaming it, so if none of y'all get it, I got it. So it's on my stream if you got it. Alright, everyone, good luck. I will do my best. Now the grid now. This will be a rolling start race now. We are now on moderate rain now. It looks like the top half all just flip-flopped their position. So if you finished first last race, you will start 11th this race. If you started 12th, you start 12th. So, in an interesting take. But that is kind of how they do it IRL. It's like a half grid, reverse grid almost. I can assure you on the replay cams, I can see everyone's paint job. I can confirm I can see everyone's designs in the cams, so no need to worry. Anyway, race 2 will be a rolling start. And we're about to start once again. Odd number starts will start on the left, and then evens will start on the right. So when the when these cars cross the starting line, that is when they may begin accelerating. And we go green for race number 2 of Hockenheim for the TORA GTCC week number 1. J Black getting away around. Looks like a couple cars. A couple, maybe a missing car or two. Oh my gosh, seems not a lot of people took into account the fact that it's a wet race. Grip is severely reduced around the track if there is water present, which obviously these cars are. And Morales now leading the field right outside the hairpin. J Black cut down 2 places already, half a lap in. Leroy now think about a move on Morales. Maybe down the inside, turn 8. So he's going to slot him behind. J Black can do everything he can just to get his better exits out of these corners. Although out of 9, he's going to get not a good exit. He's going to have the 2 cars, Darukli and Chungus, behind. They're going to catch up. I'm looking behind. Lucas has already made up 3 positions where he started. Abyss down a couple. Lancer hasn't moved much. Fox is down a couple places. He started 12th, down to 14th. He goes. Up at the front. Smooth sailing so far. Super tough racing from all these guys. Now we complete our first lap. 10 to go in this race. Uh-oh. Leroy just a little bit wide. He's going to get a run on Morales down to turn 2. Morales is going defensive. Now he moves back to the all the way over on the outside. Leroy, not a whole lot of room. All over the rear bumper. He's thinking about a move. He's on the outside. No, he ducks back in. If he's gonna want a chance, he's got to stick close. Lucas now behind, up a couple positions. Looks like Leroy is going down the inside. He's a little bit too far back to make the move stick. Oh, and Freelancer gets hit from behind. Looks like that was Slavik who gave him the boot behind. Almost 3 wide. Molhef now down to 21st position. So I'm a little bit curious what happened behind. It's now silent all over the Lincoln Co. Over through the National Circuit section. Still going. Now has to find a way around this wet stadium section. I think Silence thinking about the outside. No, he's a little bit too far back to make the move stick. Trying to get Darukli off his line somehow. He's going into rear-ending him quite a lot, but it's not enough to unsettle his car just yet. Oh, a couple cars now heading into the pits now. It looks like Drukli and Chungus now. Probably wondering if they're heading in now. You know, gonna deal with all this racing traffic that's happening right next to him. But now that just gives Silent all the room in the world he needs. He likes the lead up front. He likes the clean air in front of him. And he's got a good enough gap to Lucas behind, who's now in 5th position now. He started 11th this race. He's cutting his way through the field. Gonna look into this battle behind Abyss and Lucas banging doors with one another. Gotta be careful though. The circuit is wet. The consequences are even bigger. And move back up to the front. Amaryllis and Leroy still fighting it out. Amaryllis is now on the inside. I think J Black though, he's gonna be on the inside of Leroy. Leroy's gonna lose maybe another position. No. He's gonna slot. J Black's gonna slot in behind Leroy. Still holding on to the lead. And back to Abyss and Lucas. Abyss now on the outside of Lucas, coming into turn 8. Once again, seems to be a hot spot for overtaking on this track. It's not a very wide corner. It's got to be one you got to be planted and committed to. Abyss still on the outside of Lucas. This time, though, he's on the left side. And he gets the move done. Most of it, Lucas just conceded the battle for the time being. Now he's going to fight with Freelancer behind, his rival that he was battling with at the beginning of last race. Freelancer used to start 10th this race. He's made up 3 positions on these opening 3 laps. Gonna go move back a good portion of the pack that's a little more, I would say civilized, but they're all so close to each other. Is this really civilized? No, not really. Everyone now super close to each other. You'll have, it's made up quite a good number of positions, but most of the people he's passed have now already pit. So this is good for them. Oh, no! That was a little bit late on the brakes. It's going to allow Sniffy Grunt behind to get a run. On the inside already, Sniffy Grunt is making his charge. He's ahead of Mulhav, coming up to the hairpin. See if he nails the braking down. It was a little bit wide. It's going to allow Mulhav to just sneak his bumper in, although it almost looked like he might. I honestly thought he was going to take out someone at that rate, but no. Still holding on strong. Back at the field once again. This little 3-car scrap for the lead. Leroy, J Black, and Silence. I don't know. Oh, I thought about a move out at the last corner. J Black diving into the pits. I think he's starting to realize that Leroy just being in the way wasn't going to be good for him. And if he pitted now and just get back into the group behind, that might be worth it. It might be. It might not be. Tire screeching is most likely telling me that these cars are no one's running traction control. I don't think anyone is, and if you probably were, the rain would probably most definitely just screw yourself over either way. Trying to get a look at the pit stop race off pit road. I think Mulhav might lose a place or two where he's coming out of the pits. Oh no, he's gonna be in the back of this pack. He's gone from almost bad to worse for Mulhav. But then again, I think the beginning though might have been enough for him. we're going to move back to this pack a little bit. They're now on the Parabolica straight as well. It's Amaryllis and J Black now, and Chungus all fighting for maybe the lead for potentially later on in this race. If anyone goes in a move. Amaryllis though, going around the outside, it goes a bit wide. That's going to allow J Black to going to move on, but I think the traction control actually helped out in Amaryllis' favor. He floored it, turned in, and the car just turned in as well. There was hardly no wheel spin at all. And if there were, the rain would probably also be a factor as well. So, we're going to move back up the field just a little bit more. Taking this little 4-car train battle for P7. Looks like Blurry, Fox, Clover, and Midland, Zeta. And I say that, and these two have already pitted, so I'm going to move back up ahead to our top 3. Silent already ahead. Well, no, he's growing closer and closer to Leroy. Most likely, the draft itself is helping out Silent way more than is Leroy, and I think Leroy's maybe starting to realize that. Maybe he hasn't. Staying out is helping Silent and Abyss in the long run. He's just punching a hole, especially on the Parabolica straight, where it's just now I'm going back to the pack. Silent and Leroy still going at it up front. I heard someone in BC, they were like, hey, I just put on softs, and I'm here thinking, why on earth did you do that? That's why I went to Fox, and I think he's starting to realize that softs were maybe or maybe not the best idea, especially if these corners are all wet. And I think Silent's going to think about the inside. I think Leroy just caught napping a bit because Abyss took the place from him as well. So Leroy just off that one corner loses 2 positions. Now Silent now can now start to run away from these cars and maybe get some time back on the cars that have already pit as well. Uh-oh, there's a black screen. That might, I think Unku's game has just killed itself again. Oh no, that's Unku's out. Man. Alright, back to this little squabble. I think Abyss, Silent, still on it. Cars in Leroy and Freelance are now in the pits. I think Leroy's starting. I think he pitted just maybe a lap too late. Maybe, but now 5 laps to go. More than halfway through. I think Silent might be going for the same strategy that he did go for in the last race. He pitted super late, and when he was running at the front, he could control the pace. But then if anyone was in his draft range behind, then they would also benefit as well. So in this case, Abyss is going to be benefiting from Silent's pace, and especially the speed that he's getting down the Parabolica straight. You can see on the map, that's kind of the gap between the people that have pit, people that haven't pit as well. No moves yet. J Black on the inside of Darukli. J Black's been trying to get around Darukli this entire race. I don't think he's going to get it done just yet. J Black though, still holding in behind. Is he going to think about a move? Nope. He's going to slot in behind. Move even back even farther. This little 3-car gap, all the way breaking in hard. I think Australis is thinking on the inside. Ducky's was on the inside. Well, they're bumping each other. Not enough for them to spin out, though. Gotta be careful, though. So you have to start wondering, when do I pit? Because I don't think any of these leaders up front. Oh, Slavic's jumping in. So is Zeta and Clover. Starting to wonder where these cars are going to end up on track as soon as they get out of pit road, because everyone else behind Their tires are starting to feel good. Question, who hasn't pit yet? So we only have 3 people who have not pit yet, and that seems... And someone is disconnected. It looks like Molhev is DC'd again, and he's raging in chat. Oh no. Oh man. There's another rage quit. Oh, Zeta, careful. Fox is gonna get a better run out of turn 2, and he does. He's gonna get the move on Zeta. He's Fox up to 13th. Maybe Clover's gonna get a run on Fox as well. They're all in the draft. Fox even running away more and more and more. Alright, Zeta thinking about a move it on Fox. No, it goes way too late on the brakes. That's gonna allow Clover to get a move on as well, and maybe Crazy's gonna get him even farther up as well. Molhev is officially disconnected. Okay. Sorry, Mr. Molhev, but I am still going through it. I see you both. That's a bummer, Unku. I'm just now reading chat. Anyway, a little over 3 more laps to go. Top 3 have still yet to pit, and Silent now is broken away from 2nd and 3rd. Cars behind. This little debacle for looks like 13th. Clover, Fox, and Zeta all within each other. They're still fighting. They're still fighting for position. They've only got 3 more laps left for this race, for this weekend. Confirm. There are only 3 more people have to pit, and they are all in the top 3. So that gap between the top 3, and hold on. Oh, I thought someone spun out. That was a little crazy. I legit thought someone spun off right behind Zeta behind. Okay, well that gave me a mini heart attack. Anyway, moving up, I think Leroy falling down the order a little bit more. I think Daruthi is getting the run on Leroy, and he's going to run away from him. And top 3 still have yet to pit. They need to pit. The top 3 have now pitted. So everyone in the race has now completed 1 pit stop. Now it's a sprint to the end. Everyone's still fighting and jockeying for position. At this point in time, Chungus might be in prime position. You would think someone else behind, but I know Silent hasn't won a race yet. Lucas already has won a race, which is crazy. He started 12th, and he's now in 2nd. I know he was on pole. He had the fastest time for the C lobby participants. But then again, first to 22nd this lobby was separated by 0.4 seconds. 0.4 around this track, a 2.84 mile long circuit with a lot of room to mess up. And they did qualifying while everyone's ghosting, which means, oh, here comes Slavic on turn 2. He thought about it. Leroy's just a little bit too far ahead for the move to work. Back down the order. I think Clover and Crazy might have gotten into each other. I think Crazy and now Zeta now fighting it out between the two. Zeta now on the inside, way before the hairpin. See if he can line it up this time on the brakes. He gets the move done. A little bit of an early... Oh, no, he turns Clover. But he doesn't spin him out, though. He just put him into a better position, but he does... Clover now in front, so he's going to lose more time. Shame, though. Anyway, coming out of the pit race-off from the past lap, Chungus now leading the race. It looks like he's leading by about 2 seconds from Silent behind. Yes, 2 seconds. Emerlas in third. Lucas fifth, Abyss in fifth. A little over one more lap to go. Chungus leading the way. 2 seconds separate them. Again, been a great race so far. The wet has played into effect very, very well. White flag, 1 to go. Gonna move back up the order. Looks like Abyss still on the hunt for Lucas ahead. Lucas gotta be careful. He's gotta worry about a very quick Abyss behind. Where's Abyss gonna go? Lucas goes on the defensive. Is he gonna think about a move? Nope. Just a little bit too far back. Still holding on. I think Abyss might be in trouble if he wants to get around Lucas now. The Lucas defensive. Nope. Gotta be careful. Abyss now kind of handbrakes it. And that kind of helps him out just a little bit. He's just a little bit too far back. Lucas in front. Gonna move back on this little pack. Oh, and Crazy's gone off. He's lost 2 positions off that one corner alone. So you gotta wonder what's happened with these cars ahead. And now Fox and Clover now fighting on their own terms now. Gonna move back up to the field. No, Abyss and Lucas still fighting it now. I think Abyss gonna think about a move. He's a little bit too far back to make a move stick. He's gonna concede. Chungus now gonna cross the line. He's gonna win race number 2 at Hockenheim for TORA GTCC. Lobby C, Silent and Amaryllis rounding out the podium. Lucas and Abyss, top 5s. Drukli, Slavic, Leroy, Freelancer, J-Black in the top 10. Literally, Southie, Chaos Fox, Vinland, Zeta, Crazy, Danzilla, Clover, Ducky, Australis, Sniffy, Gruntley, round out the rest of the order. Molehead would finish 21st and Unku in 22nd with our 2 DCs. Here's your podium. And your winner, PTG Chungus, of race number 2. For Lobby C. Anyway, that's all for me. Here's the results. Anyway, it's been fun. We'll see everyone. I will be on tomorrow. I will be streaming Excite MX5 Cup that I will be racing in. So, toodaloo everyone. Hey everyone. Good day everyone.